patella, and then we'll do the Q angle all at the same time. We want to palpate the patella when the feet are facing straight up, because we don't want the tibia to externally rotate, we don't want it to internally rotate, we want it to be straight up and down. Also, when we measure the Q angle, the toe wants to be pointing straight up. So I'm going to try to do it so you can get this on camera. But I want to really get in here and palpate all around that patella. So by moving, do you see how that patella moves around?
Saying hi to Amy.
It's supposed to. Because it's really not in the groove in full extension. It doesn't really enter the groove until about 20 degrees of knee flexion. Once it's in the groove, now it's stable. It doesn't move at all. See that? But when it's not in the groove, then it plops around like that. So I want to palpate each corner as best as possible. And just put a dot. Now, I may not be able to palpate the apex of the patella well unless I push down on the base. And then I feel it pop up. It's like making it go like that. So I make sure yep, it's right there. So once I've got the general corners, then I can say, all right,
Connect the dots.
connect the dots.
Nice. Can we bring our markers? Something practical.
Well, I got markers for you to use. So then the axis for my Q angle is right smack dab in the middle. Now, how accurate you are with that, does that look in the middle? Actually, it probably might be more like that one right there. Make that one a little
So
bit
normally,
bigger.
right?
So that's where I'm going to place the axis of my goniometer. The Q angle is the pull of the quadriceps on the patella as it attaches to the tibial tuberosity. So the next mark or dot I want to make is where does that quadriceps attach to the tibial tuberosity? So I say, can you contract these muscles for me? And then I say, relax, contract. So hers is that wide. It's very wide and flat. Go ahead and contract one more time. I want to go right in the middle of that so I get a good reading. And then I ask them, can you put your finger right there for me? All right. With the toe pointing straight up, I'm going to angle that stationary arm right towards that. And then I take this arm and angle it towards that. Take it off. I didn't bring my glasses. 12 degrees. Is that good? Should be 13 to 18, right? So I immediately first think, did I make a mistake? Mix it up. Make sure that looks like it's in the middle.
That's a little bit higher. That's like 13 or 14.
And you said 12 the first time?
Yeah.
What I say about inter-tester reliability, I can be off 2 to 3 degrees, and I was off about 1.5.
Yeah.
So she's got about 13. So the next thing that goes into my head is she a wide-hipped woman? So I simply put my thumbs on her ASIS and look, are they close together or are they far apart?
Close.
They're fairly close together. So I don't care how close. All I want to say to myself is, are they big? Or is her pelvis really wide? No, it's not. So instead of leaning towards 18 degrees, she's going to lean more to 13 degrees, and it seems like she was more at a 13 degrees. So halfway between 12 and 14, my two measurements is 13. And so I think nothing abnormal here. Does that make sense? That's my Q angle. The last thing I want, and did you see on your paper lateral retinaculum?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to do that now because that affects this. I'm going to demonstrate on this side, but try to show you on this side. What I'm going to try to do is tilt the patella like this. Because where the IT band comes around to the gluteus tubercle, where the vastus lateralis comes around and attaches to the lateral side of the patella, there's a fascial sheath called the lateral retinaculum, and they kind of all merge into this big fascial sheath. If that becomes tight, it's going to take that patella and glide it this way and sometimes tilt it. We will talk about that next quarter.